welcome to the Classic Fight Night. This is the first of the series and also to the introduction of a new partnership here between the venerable Harry Carpenter and I, who've been around the ringside as friends and rivals for many years now, and we've also seen a lot of flicks, haven't we? But
I'd like to deny at this point that we've ever held hands in the cinema.
Yes, and it's not going to be here either. We do have some great fights lined up.
Yes, we've been digging into the boxing archives, and we've come up with some real gems, some of the greatest fights, and certainly some of the greatest fighters this century.
Way back in the black and white days, there's the infamous battle between Jack Johnson and Jim Jeffries. Jack Dempsey's controversial long count fight with Gene Tunney, and the Welshman Tony Farr's brave attempt to take the world title from the great Joe Louis. We've also got another Brit, Randolph Turpin, in the amazing night he took the title from Sugar Ray Robinson, as well as two of the roughest, toughest fights in history, the middleweight wars between Rocky Graziano and Tony Zale and Marshall Sedan.
Back up to date, well, in colour anyway, we have Muhammad Ali's 1972 fight with ex-champ Floyd Patterson, the fabulous Rumble in the Jungle with George Foreman, and the Thriller in Manila with Joe Frazier.
Quite a collection, and we're going to start with the greatest, Muhammad Ali. It's on the comeback trail, actually, for Ali. He'd lost on points to Joe Frazier for the World Championship, and now he's working his way back. He had several wins there, Ellis, Buster Mathis, George Chuvalo, and now he's up against the next champion, who at the time was the youngest heavyweight champion, Floyd Patterson. At 37, he was going to have a go at Madison Square Garden, September 1972. But I'll tell you what, Ali had other things on his mind when they were ready for the off, Harry.
Well, this is Muhammad Ali hamming it up, as usual, pretending to want to get at somebody in the ring. Now, it's not his opponent, Floyd Patterson, he was allegedly trying to get at, but his old rival, who suddenly appeared in the ring, Joe Frazier, the man who'd beaten him in this ring the year before. And Joe was a very popular figure in Madison Square Garden, Rich.
Oh, absolutely. There's no love lost with Frazier against Ali. Ali didn't care, he was acting, but Frazier meant it sometimes with him. But he's looking very affable there, isn't he?
I sometimes felt that he was a little bit out of his depth with Ali in this sort of thing. Joe was always a bit embarrassed about the height.
Oh, absolutely. But he's enjoying it, though, the show. They should all get equity cards, the whole of that Ali crew, really, shouldn't they? Look at him, look, he's got that lovely laugh about him, he's not serious.
Well, you're right, Reg. I mean, everybody in that sequence which I've seen was acting. And it was very clever, because what the publicity boys are doing, Ali and Frazier have had that great fight the year before in Madison Square Garden, and now they're preparing the second fight between them.
OK, 17,000 at the Mecca of Madison Square Garden, and we're ready for round one. The commentator, American Howard Cosell.
The bell for round one. Ali in the white shoes, Patterson in the black shoes. The two fighters dancing, Patterson in the old familiar peekaboo style. In his early years, it was effective. In his later years, it was ineffective. Nobody ever hit a man harder than Patterson hit Ingemar Johansson in the fifth round on June 20, 1960, in the old Polo Grounds. A left hook that caused Ingemar to lie there prostrate, blood coming out of the mouth from the capillary vessels, the right leg twitching. Remember the scene. But that was Patterson many years ago. Ali trying to get the left in there. Patterson caught that quick left on his gloves. That left got to Patterson's head. We've got less than a minute and a half left in round one. The two fighters dancing, the crowd saying, come on, fight. Ali with a nearly 30-pound weight edge, 29 and a half pounds to be exact. One minute left in round one. Sparse action. Crowd yelled as Patterson threw a left that Ali calmly picked off on his right glove. Patterson leading with the left. 30 seconds left in round one. And Ali doing nothing in this round. Nothing whatsoever. Patterson at least throwing some punches. We're close to the end of round one. The second's ticking out. And one has to wonder what Ali's purpose is. The end of round one.
Reggie, that was a very interesting first round. If you remember, you and I were in Vegas in '65, 7 years before this, when they had their first fight, Ali and Patterson.
Yeah.
And if you remember again, Ali taunted Patterson before the fight and called him the rabbit. And I have to say, Patterson fought a little bit like a rabbit in that fight and was never in it, was he? Yeah. In this one, he's opened up rather aggressively and looks good.
Well, round two was similar to round one, so we rejoin it now at round three.
What's going on, Angie?
These were just true feel-out rounds, and he's picking his guys apart and seeing what the guy's going to do. He's seeing the guy's combination under and over, and he's going to pick them apart with those combinations of his own.
Less than a minute and a half to go in the third round. Patterson trying to force the action. Patterson with the crowd behind him. Patterson risking the Ali left. 1 minute to go in round three. Angie Dundee has a mic.
Here he goes. Here he goes. Come on. That's it. Exit. Go. Go.
Don't let him get away.
Come out of there.
Don't let him get away.
Come out of there.
Don't let him get away.
If you want to take that out, I'll suspend you. How do you tell you how to do nothing? I'll suspend you. So you can get it now good.
Only 20 seconds to go now in round three. You see those punches of Floyd's do not get in. They're blocked by Ali's arms and gloves, though they excite the crowd that's at a distance from the ring. The end of round three. The bell for the start of round four. Floyd Patterson, the only man ever to have recaptured the heavyweight title. You remember the three-bout series with Ingemar Johansson. All Ali is doing here is getting the crowd more and more with Patterson. What is Ali trying to do there? Why all the tricks in the games?
Well, you're just watching artistry, Howard, and you can't appreciate it.
That's a cop-out, Angie, if I ever heard one, and Dundee grins. He's not happy with what's happening. We've got 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the fourth round. See the way Ali puts the left in when he wants? See that? Now Ali has a bandage loose, as happened in the Quarry fight. Arthur McCanny, the referee, will be watching that bandage to see if it's in the way or doing